We confront the brutal pillaging of monasteries during the French Revolution and the subsequent rise of industrial scale, proving that these holy sanctuaries survived through strategic resilience and ruthless devotion to perfection. From fleeing Napoleon's armies to rebuilding shattered breweries by hand, the Trappist monks turned a simple survival tactic into the gold standard of beer. How does a monastery survive 5 centuries of relentless chaos and bloodshed? For the Trappist monks, the answer, surprisingly, is found in a pint of ale. This isn't just about a tasty drink, it's a story of survival, discipline, and profound faith. Let's travel back to the 17th century, a time of immense turmoil in Europe. At the Abbey of La Trappe in France, a man named Abbot de Rance faced a crisis. His monastery was in decline, its monks undisciplined. He needed a way to restore order and make the abbey self-sufficient. His radical solution? Brewing. De Rance wasn't just starting a business, he was forging a tool for spiritual renewal. The demanding, precise work of brewing instilled discipline and focused the monks' minds. More importantly, it provided a source of income, freeing them from reliance on a world they had renounced. But the story gets even more fascinating when you look at their doctrine of liquid bread. The Trappists followed incredibly strict rules, including long, grueling fasts. How could they survive on so little food while performing hard manual labor? The answer was their high-calorie, nutrient-rich ale. It wasn't about indulgence, it was sustenance. This liquid bread allowed them to endure their fasts, turning the act of drinking beer into an expression of their commitment to a life of austerity and prayer. Yet, life within the cloister's silent walls was constantly threatened by the noisy chaos outside. From religious wars to revolutions, external forces repeatedly sought to erase the Trappist order from history. Their breweries were destroyed, and the monks were scattered. But each time, they rebuilt, holding fast to their traditions. Their resilience is a testament to the idea that faith, and a little bit of good beer, can help you weather any storm. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story as inspiring as I did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more hidden histories. Ever wondered what it takes to keep a centuries-old brewing tradition alive in the 21st century? For the world's Trappist breweries, it's a daily challenge. These aren't just businesses, they're monasteries where monks brew beer to support their life of prayer and charity. But today, they're facing a perfect storm of modern problems. First, there's the explosion of craft beer. A few decades ago, Trappist ales were rare, exotic treasures. Now, you can find a craft brewery on almost every corner, many of them inspired by Belgian styles. How do you stand out when everyone is trying to be you? Some abbeys, like La Trappe in the Netherlands, have adapted by introducing new styles and even collaborating with secular breweries. Others, like the legendary Westvleteren, hold firm, brewing just enough to sustain their community and selling it directly from the abbey gates. This commitment to principle is their brand, creating an almost mythical demand. Then there's an even more personal challenge: succession. The monastic population in Europe is aging, and there are fewer young men joining the orders. This raises a critical question: who will brew the beer in the future? St. Joseph's Abbey in the United States, which brews Spencer Trappist ale, faced this head-on. They built a state-of-the-art brewery, hoping it could be run by fewer monks or even lay staff under monastic supervision. Sadly, they recently had to cease brewing operations, showing just how difficult this balance is. It highlights the tension between the spiritual calling and the commercial reality. So, what does the future hold for these iconic breweries? It's a delicate dance between tradition and innovation. They must protect the authenticity and spiritual purpose that makes their beer so special, while also finding ways to navigate a crowded market and plan for a future with fewer monks. Some may shrink their operations, others may embrace careful modernization, and some might even close their doors. But the goal remains the same: to brew beer not for profit, but for a higher purpose. Supporting a Trappist brewery is about more than just enjoying a world-class beer. It's about helping to preserve a unique and valuable way of life. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this look into the world of Trappist beer, be sure to like and subscribe for more. Ever wondered what makes a beer truly legendary? It's not just about the taste, it's about the story, the tradition, and a legacy that spans centuries. Today, we are journeying into the hallowed world of Trappist ales, beers brewed within the walls of monasteries by monks. This isn't just a hobby for them, it's a way of life, and the proceeds support their community and charitable works. So, what exactly makes a beer Trappist? Look for the authentic Trappist Product logo. This hexagonal seal is a guarantee of quality and authenticity. It means the beer is brewed within a Trappist monastery, under the supervision of the monks, and that most of the income is used for social good. There are only a handful of these breweries worldwide, which makes every bottle a special experience. Let's start with one of the most famous, Chimay. Located in Belgium, Chimay produces a range of iconic beers. Their Brew, also known as the Grande Reserve, is a dark, strong ale with complex notes of dark fruit, spice, and a warming finish. It's a beer that can age beautifully, developing even more complexity over time. Then there's the Chimay Red, a dubbell with a coppery color and a sweet, fruity taste. The Chimay Triple, or Cinq Cents, is a golden, strong pale ale that's surprisingly dry and hoppy. Each one tells a different story of the monastery's brewing prowess. Next, we venture to Orval. This brewery is unique because it produces only one beer for the public, and it's a masterpiece of complexity. Orval is dry hopped and bottled with Brettanomyces, a type of wild yeast. This means the beer evolves in the bottle. When young, it's hoppy and bitter, but as it ages, it develops funky, earthy, and citrusy notes. It's a living beer, a conversation starter, and a favorite among connoisseurs for its ever-changing character. Now, let's talk about Rochefort, another Belgian titan. Their beers are numbered 6, 8, and 10, indicating their strength. The Rochefort 10 is a world-class quadruple, consistently ranked among the best beers on the planet. It's incredibly rich and complex, with flavors of figs, raisins, chocolate, and spice. It's a beer to be savored slowly, a perfect companion for a quiet evening. The 8 is a bit more accessible but still wonderfully flavorful, while the 6 offers a spicier, more earthy profile. Of course, no discussion of Trappist beer is complete without mentioning the Holy Grail, Westvleteren. Brewed at the St. Sixtus Abbey, their beers are notoriously difficult to get. You can't just find them in a store. You often have to reserve them in advance and pick them up directly from the monastery. Their most famous is the Westvleteren 12, a quadruple that many consider the best beer in the world. It's a sublime experience of dark fruit, caramel, and complex yeast character. The rarity is part of the mystique, but the quality is what truly makes it legendary. While not officially a Trappist brewery, we have to mention St. Bernardus. The story goes that they once brewed under license for the monks of Westvleteren. Their About 12 is often compared to the Westvleteren 12 and is much easier to find. It's a magnificent beer in its own right, with a similar rich, dark, and fruity profile. It's a fantastic way to experience that classic style. We also have La Trappe from the Koningshoven Abbey in the Netherlands, the first Trappist brewery outside of Belgium. They offer a wide range, from their crisp blonde to their rich and complex quadruple, which was the original of that style. And let's not forget Akel, a smaller brewery that produced wonderfully balanced and classic Belgian styles before recently ceasing production, making its remaining bottles treasured finds. The legacy of Trappist brewers is more than just fantastic beer. It's a testament to dedication, patience, and a commitment to quality over profit. These monks have preserved and perfected brewing techniques over hundreds of years, creating styles that have inspired brewers all over the globe. By choosing a Trappist ale, you're not just getting a drink, you're tasting a piece of living history. You're supporting a centuries-old tradition of community and charity. So next time you see that hexagonal logo, you'll know the incredible story behind the bottle. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the world of Trappist beer. If you enjoyed this journey, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories from the world of craft beer. Cheers!